Segment is sponsored by Vertava Health.
Battling addiction is hard enough, but battling an addiction while coping with the pandemic, well, that can be overwhelming. So joining us from Vertava Health is Dr. David Henderson, a psychiatrist and author with many years of experience, and he's here to highlight his own personal success in overcoming depression and anxiety, which led to his life's passion for helping people find redemption beyond their pain. All right, so during the pandemic, many people are struggling with mental health and substance abuse issues, right? So talk to us a little about the services that you guys offer.
Well, at Vertava Health, our focus is on bringing people out of addiction into full recovery. And so in order to do that, we have to address both the biological and medical reasons for why someone struggles with addiction, as well as the psychological and even philosophical reasons. And so we create a holistic approach that addresses all of those issues and provides the medical treatment as well as the psychological care through counseling and education that is extremely important for individuals wanting to be successful in addressing their addictions.
Now, I think a lot of people might be feeling overwhelmed during this time, right? But how can you tell if what you're feeling is more than just stress and that you actually need professional help?
That's a great question. I think it's important to speak with those around you, to reach out and get feedback from people who may be witnessing what you're facing, learning to trust others and their assessment of you, reaching out to a professional. I think that shame that we often feel when we have to reach out to get help prevents us from doing so. And there's nothing wrong with picking up the phone, calling a professional, asking those difficult questions, and allowing someone to assess you. And we here at Vertava Health do that every single day. We have a phone number and a website that people can hop on. And if they're not sure, they can reach out to us and let us do that assessment and make recommendations, even if it's not for our facility, but the treatment that's necessary to get you where you want to be.
All right, now during the pandemic, a whole lot of people are facing challenges that can be stressful and overwhelming, right? So how can you cope or deal with those feelings?
Well, my first and foremost recommendation is write down what your stressors are. The brain is like a computer, and if you have a whole bunch of windows open all at once, the brain runs very slowly. And often we try to keep all of this up in our mind, whereas if we put it down on paper and we can visually see it laid out before us, it gives us the headspace to be able to focus on the primary issues at hand. So if you're dealing with stress and you're feeling overwhelmed, offload that information onto some paper.
All right, makes sense. We know where to find you. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing and for joining us today, Dr. Henderson.